I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Giants going up against the Bengals.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will be taken about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. First and 10, Webb. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Webb now from the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. He'll drop to throw. And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. They'll wind up losing about a dozen on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, Webb. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. And the back goes into motion. On third down, Webb. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the Giants send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points.
And it's a fumble. And who's got it? The Giants.
All the pressure. All the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. First and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Aldrick Rosas now to try the Giants field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And Rosas puts this one through. Now, meanwhile, over in Baltimore. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep his... To the football, 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And if they want to keep this drive alive, they'll need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Green with a catch left side. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Now, meanwhile, over in Baltimore. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Mixon. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll run here with Mixon. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Smith on first down. He's going to go up top for the... And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did. All the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
And he's able to put it through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Again, it's Pumphrey. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for John Ross that time. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and forever. Smith now to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
To throw from his end zone. Webb. He's going to loft one deep. He's got a man. Complete. And they finally get him down as he takes it up to the 44. A big play there for the Giants. 43 yards. On 1st down, it's Webb. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 40 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And this one will be brought back to the 22. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, over in Baltimore. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. On the toss, Mixon. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
But, has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
They've got his man complete. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Eifert, the man in motion. Now they run with Mixon. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Now Mixon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Partner, when you're not able to run the ball successfully, it really messes everything up for an offense because no longer are you setting the tone and dictating the game. If you do want to throw the ball, play action's kind of gone out the window because they don't respect the run. And last but not least, you don't get to dictate it all when you want to throw the football. And that really hurts you as an offense.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll try the air now with Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now, meanwhile, over in Baltimore, no problem for the Steelers. They have opened that lead up a bit further. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to fire one deep over the... This is caught inside the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. The final shot here before break. Smith. And caught it up. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time is run out here on the first half of play. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying Let's get on with the show, so we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Quick hitch, complete. It's Bradley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Now Smith.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing again. Webb. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And the D looking like they may blitz. On 3rd and 2, Webb. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. They're able to locate Wilson. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's an 8-yard pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. first down throw. Webb firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They run with Pumphrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Off the bootleg. Webb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Room here to run. Past the 20, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. Well, Deion Jones and pick-6s, they're going together like peas and carrots. Oh, boy, he had 2 of those, though, as a rookie last year.
And I know part of the reason is his speed. He's one of the fastest linebackers that you're going to find in the NFL. But another part is he's not very tall. Sometimes he gets lost in coverage. When a quarterback's looking downfield, he just doesn't see him, and he ends up making big plays.
One of those pick-6s last year, 90-yard return against Drew Brees in his hometown of New Orleans. New York set to take the field. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. On first down, Webb. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take it?
And he lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, Smith. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play to throw on third down. Smith is going to fire. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it on in for a... Bengals touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Bengals take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Okay, Colts, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
Second down following the run.
Key tight end. Key tight end. Set. Green, 39. Green.
Out of the gun, it's Webb. Throwing right, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. Throwing on first down. Webb. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. William Jackson with a pick. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. After the interception, here's Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Now the Bengals on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 15. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he comes back with one complete. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Damon Harrison in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, Smith. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Now Smith from the gun. He'll throw. He may try and run for this. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
I got 15. I got 15. Me. I said, double.
Smith now operating from the gun. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Following the fumble recovery, Webb, he'll let it go deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. To the left side here for Eifert. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time running out here on the play clock. Again, it's Mixon looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 9. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 14. Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They start on the ground with Pumphrey. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing now, Smith. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys.
And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. And this one through the uprights and good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
Webb now from the gun. Throw left side complete to Ingram. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. On 1st and 10, Webb. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, Webb. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Chinese on the Ringo. All right, here we go. Leopard. No. Check. Patriot.
The slot man in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. They are in the 4th in Buffalo. The Bills, they are just continuing to pour it on. Sammy Watkins, over 100 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. Charles, we saw a